Hi everyone, it's Little Bit 58. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me yet, or if you're new to this channel, I do post weekly workout videos and they're all separated according to your playlist, so you can go ahead and scroll and see what workout you want to do depending on your goals, as well as just see a little bit of inspiration or ideas. And today we will be doing a lower body workout. Hi everyone, happy Friday. So the very first exercise that I will be talking about are one of my favorite exercises actually, and it is hip thrust. And with the hip thrust, I did use a resistance band, which is exactly the same resistance band that I used in the warm-up, and then I just put it right above my knees on my thighs basically, and then I used a dumbbell as well as a bench and a mat. Now for the dumbbell, you don't actually have to use the dumbbell. You can use your body weight with the resistance band, or you could even just use a barbell. And with this exercise, I did actually two variations with two different stances. So the very first stance that I did was a wide stance, which is basically where I place my feet further than shoulder width apart, and then I did 10 reps that variation, and then I did 10 reps on a closer stance where my feet were just basically in line with my shoulders, so it is shoulder width apart. Throughout my fitness journey, I realized that there are a couple of exercises that really helped grow my glutes and really targeted my booty, and those exercises really focused around hip thrusts, glute bridges, Romanian deadlifts, etc. But I've noticed that the really main ones that I've actually seen more growth quickly were hip thrusts. And that's because you can definitely increase the weight, you can change your variation stances, you can utilize resistance band, you can up your reps. Like there's so many different things that you could do to help increase your muscle growth. And with hip thrusts, with the wider stance, it actually engages the muscles on your glutes as well as around your hips and your inner thigh muscles as well. And then with the narrower or the closer stance, it actually increases the use of quads, even though it does still focus on your glutes, but it does utilize more of your quads and minimizes your hip involvement. So it's really up to you what you really want to focus on. I realized that not only do I want a bigger booty, but I do want bigger hammies, and I want bigger quads and calves, and I just want my legs to look a little bit more meaty than they already do. But I definitely, this is just one stepping stone on my fitness journey, and with you folks, I hope to grow with you folks. And if you folks have any questions, or if you want more exercises focused towards a specific thing, just leave a comment down below and just let me know, and then I can do more research and then also just show you folks how to do some exercises. And with that being said, I just wanted to make it clear I'm not a fitness instructor, I am not a registered dietitian, I'm just an individual that really likes to work out, and I'm just trying to live, my fit girl, healthy girl life. And I hope that this channel helps some of you folks and keep you folks motivated to go to the gym, to work out, to be the best version of yourself. And that's the main goal of this channel. So the next exercise, you might know them as cable pull-throughs, but obviously I don't have cables inside of my little gym area. I do have dumbbells, however, and you can utilize dumbbells instead of cables. So I like to call them dumbbell pull-throughs. It's a compound exercise, and it actually works your hamstrings, your glutes, and your lower back muscles, and it can promote muscle growth. And with this exercise, you want to make sure that you do have a slight bend in your knees just to help reduce injury, keep your core tight, and hinge at the hips and pull through your glute. And then I thrust forward and I don't hyperextend. So the next exercise will be RDLs, or Romanian deadlifts. And Romanian deadlifts are basically, you can either use dumbbells or a barbell, completely up to you. I just use dumbbells because it's what I have for the weight that I wanted to do. So with this, you can vary on your stance. You can do a wide stance, a narrow stance, completely up to you. I just did a shoulder width apart stance, and you do always want to keep a slight bend in your knees just to, ensure that you're ready for the exercise and that you keep your core tight. And with the Romanian deadlifts, you do want the dumbbells to basically go from your hips and then follow your line of path of your legs and then go down to your shins. And then once you hit this area where your back is basically completely straight or at a 90-degree angle. You want to come back up, follow the same line of path. Make sure that the dumbbells go back to the original position. Push through your glutes and then you hinge at the hips, keeping your core tight and your back straight as possible. So the next exercise that I will be doing are plie dumbbell squats, and I utilized a pyramid training set. So by that, you can definitely utilize this pyramid training set completely on different exercises, and it really does increase intensity and it helps build muscle and it helps ensure a high volume of work. This specific training technique, it literally killed my legs. So the pyramid training technique, you basically go from your lightest weight to your heaviest weight, but you do the most reps on your lightest weight and then you do the least amount of reps on your heaviest weight. And this ensures that it does something a little bit different so that my muscles aren't in a plateau state. It does create more intensity and it does allow your muscles to grow more effectively by changing up your whole routine. So with the plie squats, I went from the lightest weight and I did 12 reps, which is the most amount of reps I will be doing in this set. Then I immediately went from the lightest weight to the medium weight and I did 10 reps. And then I went to the heaviest weight and I did 8 reps. So there's basically no rest in between. You just got to keep on going. So it's 3 different weights that I utilized and it really changes it up a little bit. The form for the plie squats, you want to ensure that your stance is further than shoulder width apart, so it's wider, and your feet is at an angle, so your heels are inwards and your toes are pointing outwards. And this ensures that you are working your inner thigh muscles and you are working your glutes as well as your hamstrings and your quads. When you go down, you basically start with your knees a tad bit bent and then you slowly go down, and once you hit either parallel or a little bit lower than parallel, you want to ensure that you are pushing up through your heels and you are thrusting through your glutes and you're really holding it at the top as well, and then you repeat the entire motion. All right, next exercise is known as a seated band hip abduction. And this exercise, you basically just use a resistance band. I just use the same one that I always use. And this exercise actually targets your glutes. And when you're doing this exercise, make sure that you put the band above your knees. I put it around my thighs, and you sit up tall. Make sure that your posture is straight, and you basically push your knees apart and then you bring them back together in a really controlled motion. Make sure that you're not rushing this exercise so that you really feel it in your glutes. This exercise, it actually allows your glutes to grow and become stronger, and it helps with squats, running, and jumping, and it can also prevent knee and hip pain. With this exercise, I have noticed that the way that your upper body sits really depends and actually focuses on a different part in your glute. So I did a couple of reps sitting upright, and then I also did a couple of reps sitting a little bit more forward. And I just alternated between these different positions, and I did the same amount of reps that I did sitting upright and sitting a little bit forward, just to ensure that the targeted section in my glutes are evenly distributed. I hope that you folks enjoyed that lower body workout. I just wanted to say thank you for allowing me to be a part of your wellness journey, and I hope that if you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. It's all free. And until next week, I'll see you folks next week, Friday.